Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We get the sports here. Talk more about the Chicago Sports Network in a second. Reminder, 10 minutes away, Chicago Wolves and Milwaukee Admirals tickets coming up for their Halloween game at the Allstate Arena. Super cool Halloween event they do during the game where kids can go trick-or-treat in the mezzanine up there. And all kinds of stuff. Come dressed up. So we'll have tickets for that game. It's Saturday night. Saturday night, we'll have those tickets from our great friends at the Chicago Wolves coming up here in 10 minutes in Clash with Kenzie.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
Well, while your Chicago Bears chilled, still catching up from London, boy, the NFC North, what a wild weekend as the Lions beat the Vikings 31-29 on a last-second field goal. The guy that hit the game winner for the Lions, the place kicker, was a bricklayer last year and thought he was done with football. And then he tries out, gets on the Lions, and he ends up kicking the game-winning field goal for the game. 18 months ago, he thought he was pretty much as done. He was a brick salesman. I'm sorry. He was not a bricklayer. He was a brick salesman.
Well, which one is worse?
I think a brick salesman because how do you go around selling bricks?
That's a great question.
I mean, bricklayer, you know what you do every day. You got to build this wall.
Yeah.
You know? And you put the bricks down. I don't know. Maybe there's a bricklayer out there that can tell us what's worse.
Or a brick salesman.
Well, yes.
Because I want to know more about that. I want to know about all the kinds of bricks there are.
I don't think there's a brick salesman. I think it's just like Home Depot.
No, he was a brick salesman.
Like only?
That's what he was doing to get by because his football career had washed out. His name is Jake Bates. He was the Lions kicker who won the winner.
But it was exclusively bricks.
He only sold bricks.
It wasn't like home improvement.
Correct.
Huh.
He wasn't saying, I can also sell you a hammer. He wasn't.
I just feel like you'd sell more than just brick.
Nope. Apparently, it's a field, and if there's a brick salesman and a brick layer, we'll put you guys on the phone together to compete on which one's a better or worse job.
I'll tell you what, now that you say it, that for a while, there was this guy who kept driving in front of our house. It was pissing me off. I'm like, who's this guy just staring at our house all the time? And people would get out of the car. And finally, my husband went outside. I was like, can I help you? He goes, I bring people by to see your brick. He said that.
Wait, he was bringing people by to see you.
To look at the brick on our house. He kept driving all these strangers up to our house all the time to look at the brick.
Because your guy's brick was awesome?
No, I think it was just like to be like, if you want this brick.
No, because it sucks.
No, probably.
Don't do this.
Like, this is what this brick looks like if you put it on a house. He's probably a brick salesman now that I'm thinking about it.
It wasn't like a before-after situation.
I don't know. But I'm like, please stop doing that. Like, you never asked.
Wow.
And there's a lot of people here now.
Well, there's brick salesmen out there.
I guess.
I guarantee someone by now should have texted him and said, I'm a brick salesman. I don't know. We'll see. Text in, call in. We'd love to hear from you. But, boy, so the Lions beat the Vikings, so they're now not undefeated like they were. Packers beat the Texans. So the Lions are 5-1. The Vikings are 5-1. The Packers are 5-2. And the Bears are 4-2. NFC North is fire.
It's so on brand for the Bears that they get off to a 4-2 start, and they're still in last place in their division.
It's a bunch of BS.
It is.
Is what it is.
It's not fair.
It's not fair at all. So the Bears at the Commanders on Sunday. That game's been flexed to more of a prime spot at 325. That's going to be a wild, exciting game and a true test of these Bears that are now doing well. The World Series is set. Yankees, Dodgers. And Anthony Rizzo is going to the World Series for the first time since 2016 when he did it with the Cubs.
Anthony, I don't know if you even knew that you were going to participate in this series. How does it feel to get to contribute the way that you did?
Amazing. This is what we play for. This is what we dream for as kids. And it was an amazing series. The Guardians are such a good team, and they fought us to the end. And we're going to the World Series.
I mean, it's great. As much as I hate the Yankees, it's great that Anthony Rizzo is going to the World Series.
Happy for Rizzo.
Yeah, happy
Good
for
for him.
Casey, are you satisfied with the Yankees-Dodgers World Series being a D3 baseball prospect?
Potential.
Potentially.
Somebody thought about maybe making up a prospect in D3 baseball.
Yeah.
They were thinking about it.
I like it because it's two very good teams. Now, we can all cross our fingers and toes and hope that the Dodgers are the ones that come out victorious, especially because they are the ones that have Michael Kopech, the former White Sox pitcher, who has been excellent since being traded to the Dodgers.
They won game 6 because of him.
Exactly. No, he does amazing things when he's not pitching for Chicago. So, no.
Some positive energy in LA.
I think it's a great World Series. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, here's the conundrum. Hate the Yankees, but as a Cubs fan, I hate the Dodgers. I hate both teams.
Why do you hate the Dodgers?
They stole Shohei.
Because of the Cubs.
Dirty.
Brian, that logic doesn't hold any weight.
If you're a Cubs fan, you hate the Dodgers. That's
that true?
That's the rule. Yes, it is.
I just hate teams that have more money than us, so I hate both of these teams a lot. That's enough.
By the way, a lot of brick salesmen and bricklayers are checking in. Andy checked in 847. Brick salesmen don't have time to listen to the radio, Brian. They're out working.
Oh, that's true.
They're all at my house.
Listen, you can listen to this radio show very easily on 101.1 on your radio. You can do it that way, okay? And we have this app that's been redesigned. It's incredible. You can listen to it on there, the Q101 app. It's free. Plus at iHeartRadio. You can listen to us so many different ways, whether you're a brick salesman or a bricklayer. It's very easy to listen to this radio show, okay? Congratulations, Rizzo, by the way. Let's go with college football. Don't talk about that too much, but Illinois will face off against number 1 Oregon this weekend after beating Michigan for the first time in 15 years. It's also the first time they're going to face a number 1 opponent in 17 years. Illinois football is fire. Now, Kenzie, I want you to Google something for me.
Okay.
So they played Michigan. It was the 100th anniversary of Illinois football, and the Hall of Fame running back Red Grange.
Do I have to write all that?
No.
Okay.
Here's what you do.
I'm like, behind. Slow down.
I was giving a little
Michigan.
a little precursor on what I want you to Google. Google Illinois football helmet.
Illinois.
You should see what they wore. It was unbelievable. I'm a Michigan fan, so seeing those helmets still was incredible. It took 2 hours to make.
The orange one with the eye?
No.
Oh.
It looks like an old school football helmet, but it was painted on to look like an old helmet from 100 years ago.
Maybe this is it.
Yeah. That there looks so it's all brown.
It's like almost brownish?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
this must be it. There's no way there's 2 of these.
What do you think of that helmet?
I don't know. The new ones look nice, huh? Got a used helmet.
Well, it's an homage. They were brand new, painted specifically. Each helmet took 2 hours.
Are these cracks or are they fake cracks?
It's fake cracks. They can't have a crack in a helmet. Somebody get a concussion.
What's what I mean? Like, these look like very CTE. I think I'd want the new helmet with all the extra padding.
Yeah. It was in honor of Red Grange helping the Illini beat Michigan 100 years ago, and then they did it again on Saturday. 100 years later with those helmets. They were beautiful, those helmets.
You really like them?
I loved it. I thought it was so cool. And even though they beat my Michigan Wolverines. But congratulations to the Illini alumni out there having a good time.
This picture's cool, but I think there's a little saturation effect, so it's a little less dull.
They looked really cool in watching the game live. I watched it. Also, Indiana's off to its first 7-0 start in like 50 or 60 years as well. So the Big Ten, these teams that haven't had the best run lately, Indiana, Illinois, kicking some butt. It's pretty awesome. All right. What's next in sports here? Oh, Jay Cutler. Got to get to Jay Cutler. As he got a DUI, he rear-ended somebody in a crash.
Hey-o.
And he offered them $2,000 not to call the police.
That's it? He has so much money.
Well, I mean, does he anymore? I don't know. I mean, I know he's probably got $100 million.
He should have started at 10. $10,000 sounds like a lot. You say, I'll give you $10,000, someone's going to say yes.
Yeah, I think two was
like, yeah, that's like my deductible to fix it. Like, I have to fix my car still.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I didn't see a picture of how bad it was.
Well, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, deductibles, I have a really high deductible.
Okay, so Jay Cutler and his, just along with the Bears deal, was $126 million.
Okay,
he should have offered $10,000.
You offer 10, you know you can fix your car, and then you make money on the deal. You offer 2, it's like, that's, my insurance is going to go up.
Yeah.
You're not coming out on top of that. That was a bad call. He could have gotten away with it.
I loved the Kristen Cavallari reality show with him. I watched, me and Megan watched. Very Cavallari. And boy, he's really, just ever since they broke up, and it's just a downturn in Jay Cutler. I used to love the smoking Jay Cutler memes. They're not funny anymore.
They're not
It's
funny
too bad.
anymore?
It's just not funny. No.
I don't. But he wasn't good when he was with her, for the most part.
I mean, good as a person or a player?
Like a player, right?
Yeah, he had his moments. I mean, he had his moments as a player being good, but he didn't win a Super Bowl, so that's the problem.
That's the problem.
You pay someone $126 million. Finally, the Chicago Sports Network, we talked about this last week. You cannot see it on Xfinity. You can't see it on YouTube TV like me and Case have. They really screwed the pooch on this one, as they say, where they started the season for the Bulls and the Blackhawks. Well, the Bulls start this week, and you can't watch it anywhere unless you have DirecTV or a few other options. They've released another statement regarding the current viewership options, basically telling you to get a high-definition antenna. In the statement, they have a whole couple paragraphs there about our goal is to make everybody accessible to the games. Over 600 households in Chicago use an antenna to watch TV. We want to ensure our games are accessible to the fans in nearly every market. So just like you watch a Bears game on a local channel, even though it's through cable usually, but they say you can watch it on an antenna. so you can watch the Bulls and Blackhawks game on that antenna. I'm going to go buy an antenna at Target today.
You were supposed to do it this weekend.
I know. I got sidetracked by the pizza. The pizza deal threw me right off.
Sunday night.
That was literally late at night last night.
All right. Stop judging me. I'm going to get that antenna today and put it up. But they're still telling people to contact Comcast and complain because they said they've made a couple deals, tried to make it happen, and it's Comcast's fault that it's not on their platform.
Boy, do I feel like my kids launched a TV network. It's their fault. It was their fault.
That's the thing. I have no sympathy for the Chicago Sports Network because this is all stuff that should have been handled before the start of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Way before.
They knew
you could have ironed it out. See, like, before you launched the network, you could have been like, what's going to happen here if we do it?
Yeah.
Let's iron out these details before we rip everything off TV.
It's so poorly handled. They're not talking about making an app, of course, where people can watch it for free. Well, you got to get app makers to make the app. That's not going to happen tomorrow either. You know
exactly.
what I mean?
I texted Brian over the weekend. This was just in my group chat with Brian, not Kenzie. I do apologize, Kenzie.
It sort of pissed me off. Your guys' group chat without me is rude.
You don't want any part of this conversation.
Well, it's about the network because we made a lot of jokes about the network.
Well, it was about how the Dallas Mavericks, the NBA team, have launched an app that will let people in Dallas watch Mavericks games for free this year.
That's cool.
It's so, I don't know.
I found that interesting.
Yeah, but it's so, I don't know, like 21st century. And Jerry Reinsdorf is having people buy antennas to watch these games now. It's
unbelievable.
Awesome.
The antennas aren't the problem because it's great that people can access it, almost for free. That's great. The problem is the lack of accessibility everywhere else. It's the antenna only, not that antenna's part of it.
Yeah, Jake in Buffalo Grove said, hey, what'd you think of that Blackhawks games, Brian? I didn't watch it. I didn't see the Blackhawks game yet.
Was it good?
I will get the information, Jake and Buffalo Grove. I'm sure everybody in Buffalo Grove saw it, but I did not, and it's upsetting.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Clash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin.
Q 101.
And competing in Clash for Kenzie. Clash with Kenzie.
What?
Clash with Kenzie. Chicago Wolves tickets for the Milwaukee Admirals game this Saturday, the Halloween game. Woo! Very fun family event, All-State Arena this Saturday, and we have free tickets from our great partners and friends, the Chicago Wolves. Competing for those tickets is Jack in Elmhurst. Jack, ahoy, tell us something about yourself.
Ahoy.
Yeah.
I'm a civil engineer, and I design solar farms.
Woo!
Wow.
Now listen, you're at Elmhurst, right?
Yep.
Okay. Do you go to Angelo's? It's my favorite Italian restaurant there.
I have been to Angelo's.
Oh.
I personally prefer Roberto's in Elmhurst.
Oh!
Roberto's is very good. You're right. But I get so hyped because I get my taxes done in Elmhurst. So, I get really excited once a year. And then I go to the Italian restaurant. I get a babysitter. It's awesome.
So you ruin all your tax return going to the restaurant pretty much?
I can't wait. I'm like, let's drop a bag. I get so excited.
Now, why is Roberto's better than Angelo's?
Roberto's is actually very good. It's a good poll.
Yeah, they've got good pizza, good pasta. Everything's good all around.
Oh.
They have a great vodka sauce at Roberto's.
Ah.
They do.
Mm-hmm. Amen. I know my Italian restaurants.
In Elmhurst, no less.
Listen, back up.
All right, first one to 5 wins. Listen carefully. If Kenzie gets one wrong, you can steal a point. She can do the same with you. Jack, call heads or tails right now.
Tails.
It's heads. Kenzie goes first. Kenzie, question number 1. James Earl Jones' iconic voice was used for what Star Wars character?
Oh, Darth Vader.
Darth Vader is right. I am your father. No! That's not possible!
Yikes.
That's good. It came on. The Empire Strikes Back came on the other day, and I put it on, and Megan's go, oh, God, you're not going to tell me the importance of Darth Vader in this moment in the movie again, are you? You see, he's his father.
See, now, if The Lion King came on, I'd do a huge Mufasa breakdown. This is where you and I separate.
All right, 1-0 back to Jack. What is the name of the smelly green ghost in Ghostbusters?
Ooh, is it
3,
man.
2,
It's
One.
like
One.
Slimer.
Oh, he got it right before the buzzer. Wow, close. Slow buzzer on that one.
I knew he had it.
Delayed.
He's an engineer. I knew he was going to get that.
Sure. Kenzie,
Yeah.
fidelity, bravery, and integrity is the motto of what government branch?
A government branch?
Yeah.
Not
it's
like
branch-
the post service.
what do you-
Fidelity, bravery, and what?
Integrity.
Integrity.
Yes. Give me an answer. 3.
I don't, like, that
2.
can't be, like, legislation.
Legislation.
I thought it was going to be an insurance question when he said fidelity.
I thought Kenzie's head was going to explode on that question. Jack, do you know?
Is that the FBI?
The FBI. Kenzie.
Oh, I guess that makes
Fidelity, bravery, integrity. That's what it stands for.
Fidelity?
Yeah.
I feel like I have the wrong definition of fidelity. It's really throwing me off.
No, they don't cheat.
Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah,
What do you think
I
it means?
cheaters.
They're very loyal.
Yeah.
Yeah, to who? Like, they're just searching people up.
They sleep with other women, but the government they're loyal to.
I see.
They don't go to other governments.
All right, 2-1 back to Jack.
Jack, in what time zone is the state of Nevada located in? What time zone?
That Pacific time?
It is Pacific. 3-1. Kenzie, the week in which an NFL team has the week off is known as what?
A bye week.
A bye week, like the Bears had this week.
I always say we should get them
A bye week?
bye weeks.
That's why they don't let Kenzie go down the hallway with the bosses.
I know, whatever.
Jack, staying with sports, name one of the two teams playing in the 2024 World Series.
Los Angeles Dodgers.
Los Angeles Dodgers, 4-2. Back to Kenzie. The effect produced when sound is reflected back is known as what?
An echo?
It is an echo.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't overthink that one.
That's good, but sadly, Jack can win with this one. Actually, here we go. Jack, in what decade was the U.S. involved in the Gulf War?
It was the 90s, right?
That was the 90s. Congratulations.
Tiger Woods, Gulf War.
Awesome.
Oh, my God. You didn't hit the rim shot on? Case walked away and didn't even want to hit the rim shot on that one. Congratulations, man. You were going to the Wolves Admirals game this Saturday, the Halloween game. Congratulations.
Sweet. Thank you guys so much. I'm super excited. It's an honor to be on the show.
Oh, thank you very
What a
much.
sweetie.
Hang on. Case going to get your information. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
We have a very special announcement coming up here at 8 o'clock with Brian and Kenzie on Q101. So I want everybody just to stay put on that. I'm not going to necessarily tease exactly what it is, but we're in this holiday season. I think kind of people that have been in the know for 6 years with the show kind of know where I'm going with this. But if you're new to the show, please stick around. And a lot of people are looking for ways to help people, but they just don't know how. This is going to be a roadmap to do that. And also through us, like, for example, Kenzie and I in the London trip just last weekend to the Bears game, we bonded with so many people one-on-one. We talked to you every morning as a group, and then we had this smaller group go to London for the Bears game, but really feel like we know you and we're your friends, and I actually miss those people, to be honest. I miss what's going on in their lives.
Well, I'm Facebook friends with basically everybody.
Yeah.
And we're like always messaging each other now. It's so fun.
I really miss everybody from the trip.
Yeah.
And this is a way to bond together as a family, like we call this a family. And we'll do that at 8 o'clock. We'll talk about that. Now, before we get there, something that might not be considered family-friendly and nice and a heartwarming moment. Remember months back, we talked about a McDonald's in Wilmette that was vetoed because they didn't want the drive-through traffic exactly where the location was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
I go up in that area now and then because my brother lives up there. But to my knowledge, that's still sitting vacant. It was an old Baker's Square.
That's right.
And they could have had a McDonald's there.
Amen.
And it's not there. And there's no McDonald's in that region.
There's no McDonald's in that region. And I should note the street that they wanted to build that McDonald's on was across the street from the pool and next to the rec center. And it was the ideal location of where you would want a McDonald's, but they were worried about the drive-through traffic there, and it eventually got shut down.
Well, and it's not like, we don't want this taking our local business. It's a vacant building, which never looks good.
Yeah.
Nobody wants vacant buildings.
Not to mention kids in that area, a lot of people's first jobs was McDonald's, and you lost a potential employer of the area and a tax base. So this is happening again in another part of Chicago, and we'll tell you what's going on where people are fighting against having a building come up there with a drive-through situation, and they're vetoing it, and we'll get to that where it is. Maybe you live right nearby this place, and we'll talk about that in just about 10 minutes with Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.